Welcome back, Fantasy Fiction Fanatics. It's great to see you again, and I hope you're doing well. Today I thought it would be kind of fun to talk about books from 2023 that I missed, but I still plan to read. Because as I'm doing, this channel, as I do my blog, as I'm just a fantasy fanatic in general, I do have a lot of books that I love to read and that I want to read in the future, and I have usually at the beginning of each year a giant list of things coming out that I want to read, but there's only so much time for reading compared to other things going on as like my full-time job and other social engagements that I have and things like that, where I don't get to always read all the books that I had planned to read at the beginning of the year. And I have 6 books that are specifically from 2023 that I have not gotten to that I really would like to still read and still review for you guys. So I thought I would share with you guys what those books are, maybe why I am hoping to keep reading them, how I am keeping them still on my list to read in 2024. And yeah, I would hope that at the end of this video, maybe you'll leave a comment for me down below as what your books are that you missed from that came out in 2023, or that you were planning to read in 2023 and did not, and if you still plan to read them, or if you've decided to move on to the bigger and better books that are coming out. Just love to hear your thoughts and your feelings, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are not already to join the Fantasy Fiction Fanatics community. We would love to have you and would love to discuss a lot of fantasy together with you. Okay, let's jump in. I've got, like I said, 6 books that all came out 2023, sometime in that year, and it was on my radar. I was planning to read it, and I didn't quite get to it. This is not to say that I'm not behind on 2022 books or books from 2021, because I 100% am, but sometimes with the new books coming out, those books from older years kind of get shuffled down the list because I have things that become more of a priority for me. So specifically from 2023, what are the ones that I still am really excited to read and really want to dig into? The first one is The Witch King, it's not The Witch King, it's just Witch King by Martha Wells. This is one I actually mentioned before on a video about the hot summer books that were coming out that I was excited for, and this was on there, and I had planned to read it all the way back in summertime when it was coming out and review it and let you guys know what I thought, and it unfortunately did not happen. This past year I did not get to read quite as much as I have in previous years. I've had a lot of things going on, so reading has just taken a little bit more of a backseat than I usually am able to make it, and it's really sad, but it is what it is, and I had other books that I was really excited to read, and this one got missed, a little bit passed over, unfortunately, which is the exact same thing that happened to Darkwater Daughter by H.M. Long. Both of those were in that same video of things I was looking forward to that was coming out in the summertime, and I just was not able to get to it right away. So Witch King I picked because I thought the description was really interesting. I think the cover is kind of interesting too, though I don't really feel like it shows that much about what the book's about. But after reading that description, I thought it was super interesting and wanted to give it a shot. I will link that video for you up here so you can go back and see what kind of the description was and what was drawing me to it. Same thing with Darkwater Daughter, except though I do find the concept of this story interesting, the main thing that caught me for this particular book is the fact that it's by H.M. Long. And if you guys have followed some of my previous reviews and stories, I really like H.M. Long a lot. I've read 2 of her other books from her other series, The 4 Pillars, which I'm behind on that series as well because she's already got 4 books out for that, but that's another problem. But this one is by her, and since I like her writing style, I like her stories so far, I wanted to give this one a try as well. So again, the description was interesting, but it really was the draw-in factor was the fact that it's by H.M. Long. So that is another one that hopefully I will get to in this year, along with the new 2024 books that are coming out that I'm excited and interested to read. I am going to be updating actually that 2024 list on my website. I do have an upcoming reviews page on my website that talks about or lists all the ones and when they're coming out. And I have gotten my ideas of which ones I want to read, and I'm going to be updating it. So if you're interested in seeing what books I am planning on reading, check it out in the next couple of weeks, and it will be updated for you to see what I will be reviewing and what books I'm interested in. I will leave the link for that down below, but you can also just go to fantasyfictionfanatics.net, and it is on the page titled Upcoming Reviews. So, okay, moving on. The next one that I really want to read is called The Book That Wouldn't Burn, and this is by Mark Lawrence. And this is another one where it has like a mixture of factors as to why I was initially drawn to this book and why I still am really excited to read it. The first thing is the title. The Book That Wouldn't Burn is super interesting. I don't know what it is about specifically burning books and the fact that it won't burn, but I find that super interesting. What is the book that's like that classic book about burning books? Oh my gosh, what is it called? Fahrenheit 451? Is that what it is? Fahrenheit 451? I always thought that book was kind of interesting and about the whole concept of burning the books and things like that. So this one is about a book that literally won't burn at all. And of course, for me, I don't want books to be burned because I want to read them, and that is too sad to hurt books. So I just think that the title is super much intriguing for me as to why this book in particular is trying to be burned and why it won't burn. So I didn't even really look at the description for this one. I just thought the title was super cool. The cover is cool with all the books like looking like a library kind of thing on the front. And it's by Mark Lawrence. And as you know, if you've watched this channel for a while, I've reviewed a couple of Mark Lawrence's books. The Book of Ice series. I'm actually in the middle of reading the third book from that, which is from 2022, but I'm finally getting to it. So I'm in the middle of reading that third book and we'll be doing a review on that one soon. So I do really like this author, and I think it will be really interesting to check out another book from him, as well as, like I said, the title and the cover got me really good because it has me wondering about why these books are being burned and why this particular book will not burn. So super interesting on that, and that is why it is still a top priority book for me. Next is An Inheritance of Magic by Benedict Jaka. And for this one, I know basically nothing about what this book is about. I do think the title is kind of cool, but mostly I really like Benedict Jaka. So that is why I am interested in this book, because it's a new series from him. I really like his other series, the Alex Verus series. And so I immediately was like, another book by Benedict Jaka, let me check it out and see what this series is about. It also makes me feel like I definitely need to go back and read some more of the Alex Verus series since I have not actually finished it. I've read like 5 books, maybe, I think. And I do really like it. I just haven't had a chance to get back to finishing it. So that does make me think I need to go back and finish that series as well by him. So super interesting, and I would like to go ahead and check out and see what else he's got up his sleeve. Next one is called The Untethered Sky by Fonda Lee. And this one was just one I had seen at the beginning of the year that I had listed as like something that was coming out that I had read the description of, looked at, thought it was interesting. And again, I still find that the concept is interesting and would like to read it. So I don't know anything about Fonda Lee. I don't know like any other series. I don't know. I don't remember if this is a first book by this author or not. Sorry. It's been a little while since I've looked at this book to remind myself exactly who the author is and why I was initially drawn to it. But I do remember that this was one that I was really looking forward to. So I have kept it on my list to try and get to in 2024. And last but not least is Dark Moon, Shallow Sea by David R. Slayton. And once again, this book is continuing to be at the top of my list because it came out towards the end of the year, so it was a little bit harder to get to it at the end of the year, as well as the fact that this is another book that is from an author I already previously like. David R. Slayton does the White Trash Warlock book. I'm trying to think. It's just I think it's called the Binder series. That's about Adam Binder, and I've done a couple of reviews, or all three of the books I've done reviews on this channel about, and I really enjoy his book. I enjoy his writing style, so I am interested in seeing this new series from him to see where it goes and what's going on with it. So there we go. Those are my 6 books that were the top choices for me that I missed in 2023 and I'm moving on to 2024. Most of them, as you can see, are because I really love the authors, and that was why I was originally drawn to them in the first place, and that is why they are still a strong contender for being in 2024. Especially with like Mark Lawrence, I saw that the second book of this series is already coming out this year, and I'm thinking I gotta get that book in so I can continue on with the book that's coming out this year. The other ones, I haven't seen a second one particularly coming out already, but they might be, and that is why I've got to get to them so that way I can, if I like them, I can continue on with the series this year and don't get too far behind. Okay, so there we go. Please, again, let me know what books that you missed in this last year, but you're still looking forward to reading this year and are trying to make them a priority to either catch up on a series, to try a new series, or you just were interested in it and just didn't get to it. Whatever the case may be, I'd be really interested to know. And I guess if you have any recommendations for books that were in 2023 and you know I didn't get to them because I haven't done a review on it or anything like that, please let me know which one I need to add to my list to make sure I read in 2024. And I guess that's it for me today. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.